Hello and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts video. Today is the 28th of June, payday, which is always good. And I'm going to read some cards for you today and just see what the mood is, what the energy is, what messages come through from the cards. I'll try not to ramble on too long. I was thinking of possibly picking a card from the Goddess deck as well, just considering a lot of energy around female issues at the moment as well. I'm sure you know what I mean. And so I might just read on that as well. I did start recording, but I got so hot that, bear with. Sorry about that, I can hear lots of voices outside. So, yes, I was getting very, very hot, so then I had to just take off my jumper. So I thought, let me just start again. I was just shuffling the cards. I've grounded and opened up my energy. Don't know what that is yet, and it was a lovely day very early, and then it kind of clouded over, and I thought, oh, that's it for the day, it's going to rain. But it's gone brighter, and then it clouded over again, and now it's gone brighter again. So it's hard to know what it wants to do today, but I thought I'd jump on and try and get this done for you. And for all those people who you might not say that you're watching, or you might not let me know that you've watched, but you tune in every week, because I do see that the numbers are rising, so more of you are watching. So thank you for watching. It does help me that you watch the video. And also, just, you know, I hope somewhere in this there is a little message, that a little take-home message that you can have, and that it maybe helps you in some way. And you know, if it does, you can always get in touch with me. You can leave a comment below. You can subscribe to the channel just so you're in the loop for the next one. Share it with your friends. It might resonate with something that's going on with a friend of yours. So just there's ways to get the information out there. So this is an intuitive read. I look at the cards and I get a sense of what the energy is, and then I kind of allow information to come through as to what wants to be said. I've got some other cards here which I'll do as well as part of the mix-up. But as I say, I hope you're all well. I hope the sun is shining for you. And as we are approaching the end of the month and into a new month, and today I believe there is a new moon as well, which is all about new beginnings and stepping forth into, I want to say, abundance. So, oh my goodness, that's far too many. So actually I just need 3 or 4 cards. So let's kind of get 3 or 4 cards, please. Energy as we move into July. The energy for this week moving into July. New moon energy. Is there a message that you want? Oh, thank you. And I still don't know what that one is. So sometimes they turn over face up so you can tell what it is, and sometimes they don't. So it's always a nice surprise, and then you can't prepare. You can't be thinking, oh, what does that mean? But as I say, I do it intuitively anyway. So let's start with those 3. I haven't a clue what they are. So what do we want to say before I look at the cards? I'm getting a sense that we need to, I read something today, and it was about that we are all stressing our systems. We are moving so fast around the world. We are stressing ourselves with the amount that we try and fit in, and we are doing a lot. We are in this fight or flight and survival mode all of the time. And that does have an effect on us physically, and it does have an effect on our nervous system. And it is very important to find moments of peace and stillness and joy and creativity and play in your day to undo that. It's like the spring. It's like the spring gets pushed so tight, and when it's so tight, it'll either break or it'll just like boing, I guess, back out again. And what you want it to do is to be able to move. So when you're stressed, that you come back to center. When you're pressured, you come back to center. When you feel the weight of issues or problems or to-do lists or things you have to do, that you find a way to come back to center. Peacefulness. Peacefulness starts with you. if you are feeling agitated, if you are feeling negative emotion, if you are feeling stressed in its various guises, not only are you in it and saturated in it and tend to overspill onto the world around you, but you can also, the word I want to use is infect others. So rather than spilling out and infecting others around us with the negativity, the stress, the worry, the problems, it's first developing stillness and peacefulness for yourself within yourself, and then stepping out to share that with others. Because when you come from that place of peace and stillness, you actually are able to resolve your situations, your life challenges much easier. So it's when you get into the hectic, you can't think clearly. Your brain goes into fight or flight and you can't think clearly, and you might make decisions that wouldn't be as beneficial as if you took a little bit of time just to sit. So even if this video stops you for the length of time that it goes on for, so you stop and you listen and you're just sitting listening. Maybe you're multitasking as well, but maybe not. Maybe you just take a stop and just listen, and allow the almost the temperature of your body, allow your blood pressure, allow your heartbeat to slow as you just listen. And in that, you reset. Okay? Don't know. I just thought I'd see what came through. So here we go. First card is so 7 of Wands. I think it works better on this side. 7 of Wands. And 7 of Wands tends to point to creative endeavors, ideas, things to do, so actions. And he's struggling a little bit here. He has he's got a lot on his hands, and he's grappling at one thing, and he's got all these other things that are demanding his attention again. So it is like your to-do list. It is like having to defend yourself, having to set up boundaries, having to choose one before another. So there's a necessity to be on the defensive a lot. And this can be when life is throwing too much at you. You can be kind of on the defensive, you can be pushing back, you can be trying to block these things. And that stagnates your creativity. That reduces your ability to go with the flow. And so there might be a lot of things that are demanding your attention at the moment, and you're having to come up with ideas of how to balance it and how to cope with it. And there's an earthly aspect here. There is the little lizard at the bottom, which is kind of considered the earthly aspect. There's a lot of flames in the background. There's mountains in the background as well. So there are challenges, and you're probably feeling that you need support as well. You might feel that you're on your own with all of this activity around you. It could be exams. You could have this exam, this exam, this exam, this exam, and here are you, the central pivot point with all of this going on around you. And you're doing your best to fight, but here we go back into the fight or flight. When you are in the fight scenario, when you're in the fight energy, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you biologically. So it's what I want to get across to you as well, is it's the understanding of the release, in a stressful situation, you release cortisol. It's releasing of these chemicals, and then the too much cortisol for a prolonged period of time causes damage to the body. And so it can cause inflammation. And then inflammation causes further damage, and then further destruction and disintegration of the body in many different ways. So it's not just that you might feel a bit overwhelmed, but there are actual chemicals changing in your system that are giving you the ability to fight, giving you the ability to stand up to the challenges, and you're doing pretty well. and you're grasping. You're not walking away. You're ready to do this. You're ready to take the stand. But in my mind, it's reminding you that after doing that, you know, the adrenaline rush, and then there tends to be this drop afterwards, and this tiredness and this lethargy and this need maybe to have a nap, or just this feeling that you're overwhelmed, or that you have just exhausted yourself because of the adrenaline. And we don't shake it off. Like the animals, when they run away from a predator, you'll see it in safari animals in particular. They'll run across the plains away from something like a raging lion or a tiger or whatever it is. I guess it's a lion in the plains, isn't it? But they'll do that, and then once they get to a safe spot, they shake. So they shake it off their body. So perhaps it's something to think about. Like if you are in a stressful situation, take yourself, when it's complete, take yourself somewhere and just shake the energy out of your system. It's something we do in Tai Chi quite a lot. Just shaking can shake that energy out and can build restorative chi. Okay, so we'll see where this wants to go. Okay, right. So the next card is the Six of Pentacles. And here you can see this gentleman, and he's the guy with the money, and he's handing it to these two who are like, not like beggars necessarily, but less well off, and they are taking the charity. So it tends to be a card of charity, of giving and receiving, of having enough and being able to share. And that is the thing with abundance. I heard someone talk today, and they said about, you know, everyone should have access to money, and to think that money is a negative thing is incorrect programming. And what you want is to see money as a tool. And what would you rather? Have money, this tool, in the hands of those who are destructive and negative and do bad things with money? Or do you want the money to be in the hands of those who are good-hearted, who are holistic, who are charitable, so they can do good in the community? They can share their wealth. They can contribute. So in a sense, money is not bad. We just need to get more money into the hands of more good people. And so it comes full circle. When you help another and they rise to the ranks, they are able to stand up and perhaps attend to their business affairs, attend to their homely affairs, and in doing so sustain themselves and perhaps build something for themselves, and one day they can then take the place of this gentleman and offer help back. So it is this loop, this cycle. And there's an element of balance here. And the first thing I was getting, what was the word I was getting? Replenishment was the word I was getting. So in a sense, in this card, when you burn your energy because you are fighting so hard, you are doing all these jobs. These can be jobs as well. You could be multitasking with lots of different jobs. You could have lots of irons in the fire. You could be spreading yourself quite thin and therefore subject to burnout as well. And there's a little set of scales here, weighing scales. His pouch is green, so green is love. So the money is coming from a loving place. And he's very grounded in his red and his orange and his yellow. So this is very earthly colours. And very, he's standing firm. He's, he's got a good foundation. He's rooted into the earth. His earth energy, his manifesting energy, his lower energies are all present or all solid, and his money is in this little pocket of green. What's the colour of money? Money tends to be green. You want it to be green, you want it to grow. But here we have the weighing scales, and so they are about balance. And so it is balancing the give and take, balancing earning your money, balancing all the different ways you may earn your money, balancing your investments, balancing how you earn your money, but also how you spend your money. It's learning how to spend money sensibly. It's learning how to give. It's learning how to share. It's saying, I have enough for me and enough for you. Let's balance the scales. There is a thing, actually, I picked an animal totem this week, and it was turkey, which is the giveaway eagle. And in Native American folklore, it is to do with the giving away of what you have. Because in a sense, if there is someone going without, then there is no balance in the system. And this is what is wrong with humanity. There are too many with too much and too many with too little. If it was shared out, no one would have a problem. This is the magic of it. But it is the greed at the top and the desire to hold on to things at the top that keep it in that position and keep growing it in that position, which pushes people lower and lower and lower. So there is a necessity to see that there could be complete, you could get rid of poverty, you could get rid of famine, you could feed everyone on the planet if we shared the wealth. But no one's doing it. And here he is sharing. And he is one man and he's giving to two people. So he has worked, but he sees the need to share the pentacles. And he is an understanding that he can grow more, but they can grow more, and then they can help themselves and help others and help their family. There's great reward in helping people. It doesn't have to be financially. It could be in charitable giving. It could be in a cake sale. It could be in sending your old clothes to the charity shop, recycling. It could be in, you might give your time. You might go visit an old person or visit the hospital or do babysitting or, just spend an hour with, a member of your family that you wouldn't normally do. It's giving of something because you have enough. But to get to the place of feeling you have enough, you have to do that. You have to find yourself in that place. You have to become a master of manifestation. You have to become a person who can not only earn money, but find ways to grow your position, grow your wealth, grow your ability so you can share. And then that is the cycle. Because one day, who knows when, you may need help in whatever aspect, with whatever situation, and you might be coming looking for somebody to give you a handout in some kind. It might be business information, it might be collaboration with someone, it might be building a product together, but this working together, this going to somebody and asking, and it's okay to ask when you need help. In fact, it's essential. We're taught to, do everything ourselves and, be self-sufficient and, build it ourselves, and you shouldn't need help, and drive. And, I didn't need help, so you don't have to need help, and it's a shameful thing. And that's not true. That'll burn you out. That'll break you. And so it is okay to ask for help and assistance. It is okay to be able to help others and assist and give. We have this idea of giving as well, that we shouldn't give to people. And in a way, I understand the point, because law of attraction would say that everyone has the ability to draw to them that which they need. So it doesn't matter where you are, or what you're doing, or where you are from. You have the ability to draw to you what you need. But sometimes people need help in getting there. And even something like this video might help somebody get there. So this is my offering. This is my contribution, my charity to you. And I want you to receive it. I want you to accept it as a token of love from the higher realms. They are coming through and they are saying to you, we are here, we are sustaining you. There is abundance. There's abundance in the world. See this as the universe. See this as source. See this as the ultimate giver of the cosmos giving to you. You have all these coins just ready to give. So nature, the world, the cosmos is not lacking. It has plenty to give you. And then we have the High Priestess, and she's upside down. I might just read about the High Priestess, because let me see what I get first of all. So she's a very clairvoyant person. She is the connected to the other realms. She is magical in that way. She's a sorceress. She is able to conjure up whatever she needs. She has abundance here in the fruit behind her. She has abundance here in the flowers that she's holding. So there's a delicateness with her because of the flowers. But there is also a great harvest in the fruit that is behind her. It looks better there. It's hard to see with the light. So there's all this fruit behind her, draped behind her, and you've got the dark pillar and the light pillar. I'm not sure if you can see, but you've got a little moon on each one as well, here as well. So we're looking at a new moon, so very much moon cycle, very much bringing forth, using what we understand about the light and the dark, using about what we understand about alchemy, using it to grow, to blossom, to produce. She's also wearing a little chain with the moon. So very much aware of the moon cycle, the moon energy, which is feminine energy. And she was upside down. So I'm going to read this as a taking of the feminine energy, as a slowing or a stagnation in that energy and the freedom that energy has to express itself. In this way, it's fully expressive. This way, there's a stagnation. There's almost a heaviness to this right now. And although dressed in white, because she is pure and innocent, regardless of your human judgments, she is pure and innocent and divine and feminine. But she's been reduced to something less. We call it the High Priestess. But upside down, you might say it's the Low Priestess, the opposite. So it's pushing the femininity low. She has her eyes covered here with her headscarf. So that's introspection. That's a need to go in. But also this way. So it's sort of covering her eyes. So it's, if something was here, it would be closing my eyes and need to go in. And it's this way. So if I were upside down and wearing it, it would flap open, wouldn't it? So in a sense, it's saying actually the time for introspection perhaps is over, and it's time to let that fall, to take action on the challenges ahead. No matter how painful or how heavy or how destructive these rods are, these laws are, these influences are, you are having to defend yourself and defend your rights and defend everything that you have grown, everything that you've created, everything that you have become. And it's about offering the charitable position to others. It's about sharing with others from a place of perhaps it is going to need someone in power to alleviate the suffering of those who have no power. And you can even see it here. He is standing there to receive the money, and this lady is even reduced to a lower position So she's considered lower in this card. She's bowing down to the power. And so in here, we feel that. We feel that bowing down. We feel that all of our fruits, the fruits of our womb, the fruits of our loins, that we don't have access to that anymore. The seeds that grow within us, that we are denied access to that. I was talking about money as well, and charity and giving. Asking for help. So asking for help again. You know, back to this one. So it might be time to come and ask for assistance, to come and pledge, to come and seek the assistance of someone who can help this scenario, help this situation, and receive what they can give you. Perhaps it is a legal aspect with the weighing scales, balance of power. There's a play in the balance of power here. Being able to give to someone, give support to this lady. Give support to the women in your life. Give support to your mothers, your sisters, your daughters, your friends. They need your support. They have the pillars with them. The pillars of truth, the pillars of righteousness, the pillars of fairness. But they are held in this, you know, it's like the birthing of the baby, the birthing of the child. When the child comes through the womb and the birth canal, the child is upside down. So there's a rebirth happening. There's a rebirth in this divine feminine. And as the cloth, because she's upside down, flips up, we see her, we look into her eyes. And we see the powerful feminine and everything that she is and everything that she can be. Not what she's told to be, not what she's expected to be, not what she's required to be. She is birthing in you. She is going to be present. It is time for women to discover. So many women are oblivious to their power. So many women are oblivious to their femininity, the realms and depths of who and what they are. And often it's because they're so distracted by work, by family, by marriage, by day-to-day living, bills, holidays, entertainments, everything distracts us. Everything distracts us. And so there's a requirement not to be distracted right now, to be focused, to see the power in each other. And it's difficult to look someone in the eye and see the amazing power of the creative universe looking back at you. And that is what is present. And women are so connected to that and so full of that energy, and we repress it and we dilute it and we hide it. And we are so frightened to be expressive and to be ourselves. So challenges are coming for us. We're going to have to defend ourselves. We need to accept the charity when given. But we also need to be able to stand up for ourselves, to rise up, receive, but balance out this scenario. Find ways to balance out what is happening. Get financial aid. Receive the money. Allow yourself to receive so you're in a better position. And when you're in a better position, you can take action. You can look after and discover everything that you are. There's so much to even speak of when you speak of a woman. So much. So much amazingness. And it just feels so diluted in our daily lives now. And so much of it is, if we all went on the classic routes on Instagram and everything else, like, we're just reduced to image. Image is like a tiny fraction of it. There's so much more. So much more. So let's just look at the bottom of the deck and see what was there. Okay, interesting. So we have the 6 of Wands. And that's a victory card. And this fellow is coming in on the horse. And so the horse looks like it's moving. So there is movement. There is victory. There is a win. And you can see everyone else with him. So it's not just a win for one person, it's a win for all these people. And they're holding the wands. They're holding their creativity. Their challenges are being held aloft. Because that's what helped them get them through to this position. It's success. But it's a fight, there's an army here. So whether it's business success, whether it's a fight in standing up for your rights, whether it's a fight with, the horse represents power as a totem. So there's a stepping up and standing up for your own power. Using your power to win. And this is held aloft, so it's not hidden. It's right out there in front. It's right in front. He's holding it up in the air. He said, look, we got it, we won. We have this celebration. So things might change. Things always change. Right, so I'm on 32. Make of that what you will. I'm just going to do a goddess card now. Maybe one or two. We'll see what comes. Just to see if that can help clarify that situation. But yes, challenging times ahead. And that, charity card as well is work with people. Share your ideas. Come together in groups. Don't let yourself be repressed. Don't let yourself be pushed down. Rebirth. Birth the new feminine, the strong feminine. The feminine who is, aloft the horse, who's giving her power and stature and status. And creativity. Use your creativity. Use your passions. Be passionate. Nothing wrong with it. That helps you become the winner, the victor. Okay, can we have a card, please, to tie up this reading? Goddesses, can we have a card, please, to tie up this reading? This one, and I'll just take one more as well, please. One more card. Thank you. It's turned out lovely out there now. Oops. Right, I'm not sure what that one is, so we'll just read the first one. On the back, we've got the arts. So that's what I'll be doing a little later. I'm working on a painting So it is very good to do music, art, writing, any type of expression where you express yourself. That brings you into creative flow, which allows your energy just to rest, reset, brings you into peace, brings you into harmony. So to express yourself through creative activities. And that brings abundance. There's lots of flowers here. And also it taps you into the higher, because once you go into creative, you go into alpha, you go into receiving. So the first goddess is Sulis. And so you can see her there. She's quite beautiful, isn't she? There we go. Sorry for the light. She's upright. And it says spend time near water such as a lake, river or ocean to recharge your batteries. And this is it. She is connecting with nature. She is being surrounded by waterfalls, this crashing water, this falling water, this foaming water. So it's movement of emotions as well. This is a big emotional time where a lot of feminine emotions are on the move, and they're crashing down on the rocks, on the soil. And she's draped in this, and she's wearing green, so she's very much connected to the earth element and to the land. And she's high up on the cliff. So like the fool who steps off the cliff, into new beginnings. This could be a signal of new beginning, of new flourishing. It's very fertile. She's been fed by the waters in the land. She's clothed by the waters in the land. So there is a returning to nature here. And there is something about being near water, particularly I find it because I'm a Piscean. I love being near water, just hearing the water, feeling the water, looking at water. I paint a lot of seascapes, so it's that water element. And it helps you recharge. The negative ions you get at the seaside, at the beach, make you feel better. They affect your aura, your auric field, and actually make you feel better. So if you ever feel a bit stagnant or you feel a bit down, you don't even have to get in the water. You can just sit by it and just absorb the energy. And it has a clearing and a cleansing to it. And just let it recharge you subtly. You're not doing a run, you're not swimming across the bay. You're just accepting the energy of water and allowing it to help soothe you to a place of peace. If you can't get to a beach or an ocean, like even a swimming pool or a lake, great. But even a saltwater bath is great. Epsom salt, great. Soak yourself, immerse yourself in the water. If you haven't got a bath, you can shower using salts and just rub them on your skin. So it's important to just, really embrace that wateriness as a cleanser, as a clearer. It's great for clearing your aura as well, saltwater baths. And it's about flow. There is a flow in this direction. There is a way that the waters flow, and they have power behind them. A piece of stone you think could never be changed by water, but if the water passes the stone for 50 odd years, it will have carved into the stone. And you think, the water's so soft, how could it? But it has power. And it could be that as well. As a huge body of water, and the repetition of it against the rock causes the rock to submit to it, in a sense. Did you hear my back click? Dear. So when a body of women, a body of the feminine get together and move in a direction and use the power and move against something that you think can't move, can't be changed, and yet it can. The force of that can cause a dent in what you think couldn't be changed. And the last card, oh wow, So we're just going on 40 minutes now, so I'll just finish with this one. We have Kali. So Kali is the goddess of destruction, it can be called, but we like to call it endings and beginnings. Kali comes in to make massive change. There's an eclipse of the moon here. So it's seeing the light, but also seeing the dark. The dark, the moon is the feminine energy. And when it is reduced by the darkness, hidden by the darkness, covered over by the darkness, masked by the darkness, you might say by masculinity, because the sun goes across, or the earth goes across and the sun, it's the earth going across, isn't it? It blocks it out. It blocks out the light. It blocks the divine feminine light. It doesn't let her light shine. And so there's a necessity to be aware of that. It says the old must be released so that the new can enter. She's got a very powerful look on her, and her third eye is wide open. So you can see there that she is very much of the third eye. So clairvoyance, psychic seeing, knowing, intuition is all coming through this third eye. This is when this is open, you see more, and it's seeing the truth of things and seeing them as they crumble. And here she's got a lotus in her palm. So it's for the highest spiritual aspects that these things occur. And that's it. It is time to release the old, obedient idea of the female. The hiding her eyes away, introspection, sitting like a lady. No. It is time to step forward. It is time to find ways to work with others, to support you in your journey. It is time to take on the challenges and succeed. So replenish yourself. Find ways to rebalance. Find ways to allow emotion out. Find ways to ground the emotion. So the law of earth here. So ground that water, ground that emotion. There's no point in getting over emotional and no one taking any notice of what you say or what you're meaning, because you're too emotional, too involved. Let the emotions out and then reground. Let the emotions out and then find your power. Find ways of seeing. Look at things differently. These are endings and beginnings. These are times when things are changing. This massive change. And it can feel awful. When Kali comes in, it's like losing your job. It's like finding out someone's having an affair. It's like, losing your home. It's the worst destructive things that can happen. But there's reason behind it. So you have to flow with it. You have to be like the waters and flow with it. She comes with gifts. She comes with power. There's no messing with her. So I would say watch this space. There is more to come. I hope you enjoyed that. It certainly put my mind at ease. And I feel that things, although judgments may have been made under certain circumstances regarding certain issues. See what I just did there? It's like I have to keep my mouth shut, right? I can't say these things. But I think it's not over yet. I think there is more to come. And there is massive change and possibly massive protesting and possibly massive, I was going to say rebellion, but like Bob Marley coming in would say revolution. Again, we are fighting for our rights. The female is fighting to be known, to be recognized. But that also means in us, we have to discover who she is. We have to discover who we are. And then, sorry about that, there's a lot of talking outside. It's people shouting. But we have to discover that power. And it's hard to do in our daily lives. It's hard to do when we get so wrapped up in this, and this, and now we're finished this, and I have to go on to this. I have to do that as well today. And like you're scattered and you're up here all the time. So come down into your physical. Do some dancing. Move your body. As a female, you have an incredible body. Incredible. And it can tell you so much when you tune in. So much more. We pay attention to so little of who we are. Men and women. And there's divine feminine in men as well. So this is not anti-men. Men have female hormones. Men have divine feminine. So it is about all of the divine feminines in all of us waking up. It doesn't make the men kind of weak or girly. It's a power. It's a creative power. And that's probably why the arts came up. It's creative. And so allow that into your life. Imbue your life with that energy. Get creative. Find your flow. Learn about it. It's the third eye. It's intuition, which women have so much of. Be okay with sharing the information. Be okay with contributing to others. Be okay with balancing it out. Bringing the male and the female into balance. We both have masculine and feminine in us. So bring us both into balance. There is the charity. The charity is in opening your heart to everyone. Opening your heart to women. Opening your heart to men. Or whatever pronouns you want to call yourself. It is in balancing this. It's about the energies. It's about bringing them forward to challenge the status quo. But you won't get there without going in and going deep and learning about it. But the first step is in finding your peace. The first step is in bringing the cortisol down, bringing the adrenaline down. Be with water. Thank you. That was very nice. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get updates on when the next one is. I really enjoyed that. Here's the thing. If there's anything you want me to read on, I know some people do that on YouTube as well. If you think, oh, I'd love you to read on this subject or about this situation or about this, just get in touch with me and let me know, and I'll see if I can do something like that as well. So I'm here to offer you assistance, to offer you guidance, to offer what I'm getting through a read. It may resonate, it may not. Don't worry, it's entertainment for you. Might pass a lunch hour, as I usually say, but I hope you enjoy, and I hope, if anything, it has just brought you down and given you some hope for what lies ahead. Okay, blessings. Take care of yourselves. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon.